In life, things can and will go wrong. It doesn't matter how clever, determined, hardworking, or careful you are, things can and will go wrong. There's a tension between our best laid plans and the external events that often conspire against them. This is a central idea from the book Happy by Derren Brown.
It's a sort of anti-self-help book.
And today I'm going to talk in a little bit more detail why Derren thinks this is an important concept to get your head round if you're looking to live a more happy and fulfilled life. Hi there friends, my name's Matt, I'm an economics graduate and accountant, and today I want to share with you Schopenhauer's diagonal, which is a stoic psychological theory that I first came across in this book. Arthur Schopenhauer was a 19th century German philosopher who proposed the idea that we should imagine our lives as drawn on a graph, with our aims and goals plotted along the x-axis and all the events and circumstances we encounter plotted on the y. We aim in one direction, events pull us in another, and the line of our life is drawn somewhere in the middle. The result is this x equals y diagonal. Derren Brown's interpretation of this is to say that life is like a dialogue. We can only shape the conversation from our end, and we don't have full and direct control over what comes back. In the same way as a game of chess, we can move our pieces wherever we like, but it's important to remember the fact there's an opponent sitting opposite the board doing whatever they want in response. Practical examples of this can be found in all walks of life, whether it be people's careers, people's love lives, or people's sporting hobbies. I think it's something that people know should they be put on the spot and asked, do you think that you have full control over every aspect of your life 100%? Most people would probably say no. They'd acknowledge that luck and chance plays an important part, but I think there's a disconnect between this and then how people actually go about living their day-to-day lives. In order to be happier and more content with basically everything, the advice given in the book is to break the habit between dwelling on these things that are out of our control and instead to learn to appreciate and accept the possibilities of our actual circumstance. By trying to control what we can't, we all but guarantee frustration and disappointment. To my mind, this is a long-winded way of giving someone the advice, let it go. But when you think about everything in these terms from the ground up, that's a much easier thing to actually do. It has to be an ingrained mindset that you carry around with you all the time. An external reminder from someone in the moment probably isn't going to do the trick. When any other number would do, and you happen to shake the exact amount to land you in exactly the wrong place and bankrupt you in Monopoly, it's tough to really hear someone when they say, unlucky, that's life. But if that's the mentality you go into the game with, or are able to approach every aspect of your life with, things do get a lot easier. None of this is to say that self-improvement or practice or hard work is a waste of time. It's obviously important to do your bit in terms of pulling as far as you can along the x-axis. But the recognition that chance and luck and external factors also play a key role is important too, and this is where the idea of the diagonal comes in nicely. People can argue around the relative weight of either of these forces. Is it 50-50, x equals y? Is it 90-10 in favour of being under your control, or 90-10 in the opposite direction? In my opinion, the specifics around that aren't actually too important. It's more about a recognition of the fact that both of these forces are at play. Like a lot of concepts presented in the world of self-help and personal development, to really bring about a positive change to your actual life, like I said, it's important to carry this around as an ingrained mindset rather than just needing to be reminded of it or even reminding yourself on the odd occasion. I'm currently trying to get to the stage where this is the case for me and sort of building up step by step. At the moment, I'm making sure I apply it to the relatively trivial domain of playing golf. I've been playing golf for years and have now reached a pretty decent standard, but the idea of keeping in mind that I'm not the sole factor that's going to determine what score I shoot on a given day is a really powerful one. And it makes it far easier to brush off any bits of bad luck or any setbacks that happen during the course of a round. If I'm heading into a competition having played really well in the days leading up to it, that obviously bodes well in terms of propelling me as far as possible along the x-axis. But what it doesn't do is guarantee anything. And that's really the point. Nothing is guaranteed, whether it be in golf or in life. This is all still very much a work in progress for me, but I think just being aware of the diagonal as a concept is something that helps in terms of taking a weight off and reducing the pressure of trying to control every tiny detail down to the nth degree. The improvement in happiness levels that the book talks about doesn't come about through making your highs any higher. What it does is mitigate the emotional impact of the lows, obviously boosting the overall average. If anyone's made it this far, thank you very much for sticking with me. If you've enjoyed this one, you might like to have a quick look at another one of my existential thinking type videos, this time talking through the psychological concepts presented by the British philosopher Alan Watts. So I'll link that one up here. Please do feel free to check it out. Hopefully I'll see you in that one, but if not, stay safe, have a good day, and bye bye guys.